Welcome to Grizzly Industrial's Build Series, where I'll walk you step by step through useful, creative, and hopefully fun projects to try in your home shop. Along the way, I'll highlight key machinery and tools from Grizzly Industrial geared to help make your projects a reality. So let's jump right into it with a fun build of a classic on-air light. For this build, we're excited to showcase a great product here at Grizzly, our G0873 23-inch by 35-inch CNC laser, which we use to quickly and cleanly cut out our on-air sign face. Of course, you don't need a laser to create clean cutouts. We also offer the Grizzly Pro 20-volt jigsaw kit, which is perfect for precise cutouts on the fly. But who doesn't love lasers, right? The laser provides a focused beam for cuts and engraving with an accuracy of up to 0.02 of an inch. With our sign face cut, it's time to step over to our G0833P 10-inch table saw to rip down our sheet goods to size. For this build, the sign box will be constructed of 3/4 inch pre-finished maple plywood. One note when using pre-finished plywood: if you plan to paint the interior of the sign box, like I do later on, know that the paint will not adhere very well. But that's okay, because in this case the paint will be enclosed and not handled very often. Now it's time to install our T26 696 8-inch dado stack. To do that, simply remove the dust shroud and blade insert, raise the blade all the way up, and install the dado stack. Here we'll need a 1/2-inch dado stack for the sign face to rest in. Lower the dado stack down to the desired depth of cut. Here we're using a 1/2 inch. Next, set your fence for a slight step back from the front of your sign and make the cut. Using the same dado stack, readjust your fence and make a rabbet for the back panel of the sign. Cut your pieces to length on a miter saw with 45-degree corners. And now it's time to use our T10826 biscuit joiner to help add some rigidity to the corners for glue up. The T10826 can be adjusted in both height and cut angle, and I highly recommend working on a test piece similar to the actual workpiece to get the biscuit fit just right. Dry fit the pieces together with biscuits in place and see how they align. Here I've inserted the sign face into the dado channel to ensure everything aligns perfectly before glue up. Now that we have a good fit, it's time to add some paint to get a good contrast with the sign lettering. The classic red lettering that we're using will go well with a jet black sign face. This also looks good against a maple plywood box. Also, don't forget to paint the small insert pieces for the letters. Now it's time for the interior. Apply 2 coats of bright white paint to the wide part of each side, just not the front lip though. The back panel, which I measured and cut when the box was dry assembled, also gets a thorough coating of bright white paint. With everything dried thoroughly, it's time for the glue up. And to help keep everything aligned, I'll be using a G4955 high torque band clamp from Bessie. Thoroughly coat the biscuit slot with glue and brush it evenly. Fit each side together and extend the band clamp to allow each corner angle clip to sit evenly as you tighten the clamp. Once the glue is set up for a few hours, remove the clamp and flip the box over to begin the layout for the red gel that will be cut and placed inside. Red gels are used for camera lighting and let the perfect amount of light through. To attach the red gel, we'll be using a T25-955 cordless glue gun. This glue gun is perfect for around-the-house projects and is fully ready to use in 15 seconds. Now it's time to install the simple LED light bars. These light bars are 24 inches long and can be linked together using the included hardware, and they also mount easily with metal brackets. We drilled an access hole on the side of the box using a 7/8" Forstner bit from the T27032 5-piece Forstner bit set. Now it's time to secure the back panel with some screws. I highly recommend pre-drilling the holes to avoid any splitting of the material. Next, use the T25-955 glue gun to apply each letter center. At this point, we need to look at the mounting method for the sign. For this, I'll be using a screw with a large fender washer. Lay out 2 vertical lines. Then mark 2 distances. The first is the center point for the Forstner bit hole. The second mark is for the stopping point of the slot that I'll route into the panel. For the slot, I'm using the C1514 single fluted straight bit with a 3/8 inch diameter and the Grizzly 1 horsepower T27139 plunge router. Simply align the radius of the bit with the remaining mark and carefully plunge the router to the depth stop. Then route the slot using the line as a center guide. If routing the back panel slot in place, remove the panel and clean out the sign. The center of each hole is 16 inches on center. So once that's all done, you need to locate 2 studs, install your mounting screw and washers, and place the sign. And there you have it, a fun, quick build to make a classic on-air light for your home or shop. At Grizzly, we're proud to offer the large machinery you need for those big projects, as well as more than 15,000 products for tasks of all sizes. Thank you for watching, and click the link to visit grizzly.com to see all the products used here and so much more.